And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. Working on advancing tech here. We're going for the drill, and we're going for some pretty expensive augments here, and we need to empower some stuff. So, here's how we do it. We're already in Actually Editions, and we need, here's 3 pages of Actually Edition stuff, which is nice. So what we want is the Empowerer and 4 display stands. So the display stands is Ethic Green Block and Ethic Quartz. Well, how do you get these? Well, the Ethic Green Block is Chiseled Quartz. Okay. And let's find the display stand. I love how JEI always moves stuff around. The Ethic Quartz is just a block of quartz. So we want quartz. I did go to the Nether and grab quite a bit more quartz. So I'm gonna grab quite a bit of this. Let's do like 25 here, because I need, how many per display? See, I need 3, and then the Empowerer I think uses the display stand, yep, in its recipe. So we need 5 total display stands, which means 15 Ethic Quartz blocks. So there's 15 Ethic Quartz blocks. Let's go over here and see if we can't digitally or atomically reconstruct those. So there we go, Ethic Quartz. Now the other quartz, I think the Chiseled Quartz, if memory serves, is, yep, Chiseled Quartz block. Unfortunately, we only have 9, and we need a few of these. So let's do quartz. So that gives us, how many more? No, not pillar. What? Chiseled Quartz block. Yeah, that was slabs. Oh, I think I know what I mean. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going across. Yeah, that's what it was. So now 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of these. Let's go reconstruct those, and we'll automate this soon. Trademark soon. Okay, so now we got 15 ethic green. Now we can run into the display stands. So we have advanced coils. Let's see what kind of coils we've got. Looks like we've only got 3. We need 2 more of these, and then we can do 5 display stands. One of these is going to be the Empowerer, and we need a double battery for this, and I'm not sure if we actually need it to be charged or not. We do need 2 iron casings, so let's grab those 2. That's easy. We already have the Restonia, we already have the display stand, so let's look at a double battery. Yeah, we're gonna need another advanced one of these, and let's look at a double battery. We need a single battery, and then we need the double battery. BAT. Where'd the single battery go? Oh, there it is. What else do we need? Wait, what? Double battery. Oh, we need an advanced coil. Ah, yes. Okay, right here, right here. Got 1 more of those, please. Now, I have a double battery. Can we do an Empowerer with a empty double battery? We can, yay. So it's showing full was just, it just picked something. I don't know why it shows a full one, but you can use an empty one, which is good. So we need to power these up. I'll show how to use this in a second, but I would like to put to use some of our more advanced machines now. Thus far, we've been using pretty much the lowest tier of all of the things. So, like the lowest tier item ducts, the lowest tier flux ducts, everything like that, all lowest tier. So, I would like to be able to move items in and out of these blocks we just built, as well as move power into them. The best way to do that, if we look at item ducts, you can see the item duct opaque is what we've been using thus far. Well, there is an impulse item duct which moves things faster, and we go further. The signalum plated item duct not only transfers items, it also transfers power, and that's what we're going for. So there is a signalum plated impulse version of this, which is nice and fast. Let's see if we can actually get this. We need an impulse item duct, and we're going to need some hardened glass. Oh, you know what we need? We need obsidian for that. So we're probably going to have to do an opaque version of the signalum plated impulse item duct, because we don't have any obsidian. Literally no obsidian at all. So yeah, we don't have any of that. So impulse item duct opaque. We can always make it into the transparent versions later. So impulse item duct opaque, which is that the only crafting recipe? Oh no, item duct opaque. Okay, so I want some opaque item ducts. I'm gonna grab like a whole stack of these if I can. Now to get these from item duct to impulse item duct, we need the fluid transposer with, you guessed it, glowstone, which is why I made this little guy here, and you're gonna get put in there. And he is not augmented or upgraded whatsoever, but he is outputting automatically, which is nice. So we need the signalum plated version of this, which is going to use electrum and signalum. So this little recipe here. Signalum happens to be something we can craft now. So where is the blend? Signalum blend. So it's 3 copper, 1 pulverized silver, and 1 destabilized redstone bucket. So I happen to have a few of those buckets in here. So let's try to get a little bit of this.
It's almost like you knew you were going to need them.
Yeah, almost like I anticipated needing them. So there's 16. Now we need some sand. I just need half a stack of that, because remember it's 1-to-1 for sand now. So the induction smelter, signalum and sand. This is nice and upgraded, so it's quick. It's nice and quick. And the reason I have a hopper here is if you put the chest right underneath, you can't open the chest, which is kind of a bummer. Let's see what our supply of electrum is. Oh, we got lots of electrum, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we got 42 of these. Let's start this conversion. So, signalum plated, impulse item duct opaque. We are going to use this craft right here. Let's just get as many as we can. And let's grab... So these will move things just way faster. Oh, we are out of signalum. How about that? So 51, that should do. I want to make some more signalum. And we'll be auto-crafting a lot of this. So, let's see. Signalum. Here. Blend. Shift-click. Yeah, it used to be that AE would actually automatically swap your buckets. And it doesn't do that anymore, which is really weird. I'm not sure how
And
to
a
force that. Yeah, I'm not sure how to force that. Because it is really annoying. So I need some more sand. Let's get that going here. Grab what we can, because we're not quite done with Signalum yet. Okay. The rest of these are good to go. We need some servos. Now, servos, actually, we need something even better. We need retrievers for this. So, we have... I don't think we have any retrievers in here. So, I would like to use resonant retrievers. Well, instead of doing this craft, which looks really expensive, and gives you 1 resonant retriever for 2 Enderium ingots and an Eye of Ender, that to me says no thank you. I would rather use a low-level retriever upgraded with an Enderium ingot. So those are these. Much easier to craft. Does still use Eyes of Ender, but we can do that no problem. So we're going to do that. So this just uses iron and iron nuggets. How many iron nuggets do we have? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Yeah, I need 5 of these. So then, END, I happen to have 12 Enderium nuggets here. So, or nuggets, ingots. So we're going to convert those right into resonant top tier retrievers. That's important. And the flux duct, well, the whole line right now is on leadstone, and we're not actually able to produce more than this amount of power, so that's going to have to do for now. So we're going to move over to the system here. Now, finally, we get to build this thing. So the Empower, first I want the Signalum plated item ducts. Let's put these right in a line right in here. And they are opaque, which is unfortunate, but we are really, really short on obsidian right now. So let's actually dig this out. Let's see if we have just a basic shovel. SH. Let me grab a quick shovel here. Nothing fancy. I don't want to use my drill because I don't have any power in my drill right now. Okay. And then we need, let's say this is going to be a platform. We need 2, and that's for the Empower. We need 2, and that's going to be a stand. So that is where we want the Signalum plated to go. So 1 stand goes here, 1 stand goes here, and then we need, let's move this out. So you have a gap of 2 blocks in between them all, just like that. And we have the Signalum plated going this way and this way, sort of like that. And then you have the Empower right in the middle. You have another display stand over here and then over here, just like that. And then you hook it up with power, basically. Let's get the leadstone out. So these things hold 80,000 RF on each one of these display stands, and there's some RF storage in there. So when we hook this up, it's going to start filling up all the power, and it's going to pull lots and lots of power out of there. But we want to get these charged up as much as we can. You can see the power getting in there. And I'm not sure how much power these things store, but I'm sure it's not a small amount. Really, it's just going to be 3,000 RF? That seems wrong. And then we need 1 more there. Not to power it. This could be just any item duct if you want it, but we need 1 more right there. because we're going to be moving things in and out of this system automatically as it's a sort of a pseudo way of automating this. Oh, we got a gap right here. That's not good. Let's close that up. I don't want to fall down there. So for now, we're just going to clear out some dirt here so I can get access to these little connections here. That's the important thing. Alright, go over here and do the same thing. So we want a retriever under all of these. Retriever, retriever. One there and there. I'm probably going to want one more retriever. So just to let you know, I'm probably going to have to craft one more of those. Yeah, we're going to definitely have to craft one more of those. Because remember the end game here, what we're going for is to be able to craft some of those advanced updates or upgrades to the drill. So let me close that out. Let me get one more retriever and then one more resonant retriever. There we go. We also need a chest. Any chest can do. Let's see what we have. Oh, we do have a chest in there. How about that? Okay, now we want to automate this. We are going to put the chest right here. And we're going to put, granted we don't need a Signalum one, but we're going to put one of these here. Because we need to pull out and push into the chest. So we're going to put a retriever right there. How about that? Now, what do we need to put in this system? This thing is primed and ready to go now. And what do we need to do with it? So, well, we can look at the book, or we can look at JEI. Oh man, yeah, we need to get that basement done soon because it's getting a little cramped over here. So if we look at actual additions, drill, just like that, this comes up and we got all the augments that we can put in there. So we want the Silk Touch right away. So that is an emeradic empowered crystal. We've got the diamantine, we got the coils. The empowered emeradic crystal requires a crystal block that is, well, you can empower the individual crystals, but it's way better to empower the crystal block instead, because it's the same resources. All right, I just learned that we can use regular slime balls with this. That's good. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to go get cactus, because emeradic crystals require, or empowered emeradic crystals require lime dye. So I'm going to take some cactus and I'm just going to craft like 30 of these. I don't want 30. Let's do 15 of these. We need the redstone furnace, and this is going to make us green dye. Okay, so we can take some green dye. So let's take the emeradic crystal. I want a silk touch. So right in here, we need grass, the lime dye, some slime ball, and an oak sapling. Well, do we have oak saplings? We happen to have 400 oak saplings. So I'm going to take one of those. I'm going to take a cactus green with bone meal, which we happen to have a lot of for a lime dye. And so there's two things. I happen to take shears after grass, and we've got 41 grass. So that takes care of 3 of those. What is the last one? A slime ball. Well, we happen to have a lot of slime balls. I don't think pink will work. The regular slime balls should. Yeah, it's not
pink friendly.
It's not pink friendly because that's a different mod. I think that's a different mod
okay.
that adds that. So as we see, regular slime ball, which probably it prefers because it's green. but you can also take a rice slime ball, a blue one, a purple one, a red one, which is coagulated blood. That's terrifying, and a
Yummy.
a magma slime ball as well. So we also need a emeradic crystal block. Bingo. So one thing I want to do, we're going to come up here. We're going to try to automate this, just in case I want to make more of these. So all of these require ingredients, and then we need to pull the finished product, which is why we have 2 connections there and 2 connections here. So the first one here, we're going to set this to 1 and 1. So it's only allowed 1, and they're only going to pull 1. That's all we want. And we're going to whitelist the slime ball. Okay? We're going to use metadata and use MBT. We want to make sure we're accurate there. So this one, again, 1 and 1, whitelist the oak sapling. So those 2 are done now. This middle one, we're going to whitelist, set that down to 1 and 1, and that's going to get the block, because the block goes in the middle. That's what you're empowering. Over here, whitelist, and then lime dye. And then over here, we are going to whitelist up and down the grass. So all these things should get distributed relatively quickly into the center. We'll go the block, and then boom, you're going to have some empowerment going on. It's going to be awesome and glorious, and everybody's going to be happy. So I don't have an empowered block to set this yet. So we're going to whitelist that, and we're going to set the, no, that actually, no, you're only ever going to get 1 and 1. So let's see, stack size. Actually, I want infinite total items in inventory, because I want to be able to pull as many of these as possible. The other thing we're going to want is these to be ignored on redstone. Okay, you can see them kind of light up a little bit there. That means they're on. So they're going to always be on, but they're going to be very selective on what they pick out. Okay, I think that's all. That's everybody. So now I should be able to just drop all this stuff in here. So let me take these away, and bingo, look at that. They all go to their proper places, and it's all getting empowered now. This little empowerment is probably going to pull a lot of power. And we're going to wait till it's done. It's so pretty. And there's a little puff at the end. It's kind of cool. Let me back away. Nope, there it is. Okay, so
I was just in time.
there is the empowered emeradic. That has nowhere to go yet. So we're going to take this and we're going to set this whitelist to the empowered emeradic. So now all we need to bring up here is those ingredients that we used and put them in the chest, come back in a bit, and you should have the empowered crystal in there. So now that we have this thing, what can we do with it? Well, we can do lots of good stuff with it. We can put it in here and get 9 empowered emeradic crystals, and lo and behold, oh, look at that. We need another one of these, and there we go. Silk Touch Augment. So if we take our drill, we can throw the Silk Touch Augment in there. And now we can not only mine really fast in a 3x3, but we also Silk Touch everything. But still, it doesn't have any power, and we'll get to that in a bit. So, empowering the other things that you may need. So if you want to get this one, the empowered Inori crystal, empowered diamantine crystal, or the 5x5 uses the empowered Inori as well. Well, that is just the, well, instead of Inori crystal, I like to use the blocks. So recipe, because it's just more efficient. So the powered Inori block, gray dye, snowball, button, and cobblestone. Well, that is all really easy stuff. So we're going to get the Inori block. We're going to need a cobblestone. I need a snowball. Snowball.
In the fridge.
Ah, snowball. Okay, we got the snowball and a button. Who's got the button? Which uses stone. Give us a button. And there was one more thing. Gray dye. Gray dye is ink with bone meal. Gives you gray dye. So there's a gray dye. So we're going to come up here and showing this off again before we exit the episode. Again, just set up the things. So that's going to go in the middle. The crystal block goes in the middle. So that's going to be cobblestone. This one's going to be snowball. Middle one is going to be the crystal. This side is going to be the button. And this side is going to be the gray dye. And there we go. Now, the only drawback to this is you can craft, if you have like a stack of each of these, okay, you got a stack of those, a stack of buttons, a stack of gray dye, a stack of cobblestone. You can dump them all in here and it will sit and process and empower all 64 crystal blocks. Just fine. It won't even bat an eye. The limit to this, though, is when you try to craft more than one type of block at the same time. So we're going to put the block type in here. So any subsequent crafts will go right in there. Let's see. We're going to take this, go here. There we go. And then 5x5. Yeah, these coils are the most annoying thing because you just go through so many of them. It's insane. And you go through so many nuggets and all sorts of things. Okay, so there's the 5x5. We now have a fully upgraded drill. So it's going to mine faster. It's going to be It's going to be silk touch. It's going to be 5x5 big, and it's going to use a lot of power. So what are we going to do? How are we going to power this thing? Well, there are many ways, many ways to do it. For now, we are going to use the flux capacitors from thermal expansion. So you got the basic flux capacitor, that's 1,000,000 RF, up to hardened, reinforced, signalum, and then resonant. 25 million RF for the resonant tier. That's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. You can run one of these fully upgraded, fully charged, a long time on your drill and not bat an eye. The other thing we're going to want is the ring of magnetizing. So we'll get into that next episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.